Hello everyone. So, yesterday's post was about always having a voice to sort of turn into something you write. And in that, a friend of mine kind of encouraged me to share, you could say, the places where I put my voices down. Like it's something that I've been doing for years now, uh, consciously, subconsciously, I don't know. Depends on what philosophy you subscribe to, I suppose. But yeah, this is a habit that I have carried into my professional life as well. So, disclaimer, the video will be shaky because I don't own any, you could say, camera gear. This is just my phone, this is just me yapping into it. And I'm very bad at photography, videography, all of that. So, apologies for the shaky cam, the shaky voice, all of it. So, these three piles of books are what helped me. This is full of printouts. This is full of stuff that I've written. This is also full of stuff that I've written. And what essentially happens is you'll watch something, and obviously, as a human being, no matter who you are, like even if you project your identity online as somebody who's very open minded and very, like, amazing and very positive and very impossible to offend and all of that, in real life that's not what happens. In real life we all have opinions, we all make our own judgments, and we are all slaves to our own cognitive biases, right? So it's like a fact of being human, I suppose. And what I do is, and this is something that a teacher in school got me started on, uh, and basically the advice given to me was, you have a lot of things to say, but like not a lot of people willing to listen to you. So what you can do instead is you can take a notebook and just write it down. And back then slam books and all of that was like really a thing that everyone was into. And again, as I mentioned in the AMA videos post that I did, I was short of friends. So books and like jotting down whatever I had an opinion for became an everyday thing for me. So, say for instance, you see a headline or you read a book, and based on your limited understanding of the topic or of the plot of the novel or drama or whatever it is that you've read, you're going to have some opinions about that, right? Because like it's impossible for everyone to seem or dawdle the same line. So definitely I've been doing this for years, and whenever, if ever, I get stuck, and of course I definitely get stuck, very frequently get stuck on very random things, these books actually help me out. So I tend to catalog everything like perfectly. So in here you will find like a list of exactly what's in the book and where can I find what, etc, etc. So like I've been doing this for years, as these are printouts again. Nothing wrong with, and I haven't shared another platform that I use to jot my ideas down, which is like this folder I have, a Word document I have called ideas, where like everything that goes on my Google Docs goes on this you could say uh, Word document. Anyway, so these are like books that have helped me get out of writer's block, get out of you could say emotionally depressive or emotionally ill, like when you are beyond happy, beyond sad sort of states, like something that works in terms of enriching your personal lives, and in the future something that you can tap into to enrich your professional lives if you are a writer. So the important bit here is, like, in my opinion, I think every bit of writing, and I'm not talking about content writing here, I'm talking about like writing, every bit of writing that we uh, watch or hear or read is autobiographical. Not 100%, but it is. Say for instance, uh, take any novel that has inspired you and look up the author and the interviews given by this author, if the author is still alive or if the author was alive when like recording interviews was a thing, and listen to how they tell you that it was something that was happening in their life that made them come up with a character. So J.K. Rowling very famously on camera telling us about how her depression and how her depressive state of mind and the feelings that she felt led to the creation of Dementors that we see in the world of Harry Potter and stuff like that. So all forms of writing is, in my opinion, to some extent autobiographical. You can draw on these experiences that you felt like 20 years ago, and you can turn those experiences into something that could like turn into not just a profitable avenue, but something that you're proud of to share with your audience, to share with the world. So that was the printout, this stuff that I've written on my own in various different languages, you know. uh, I tend to like make my own notebooks because why not? And yes, sometimes if I see something in a newspaper, like something like this, uh, I mean, yeah, I regret pasting this here now, but then back then it seemed something which was relevant. So I've this is I think the oldest. This is the first book that I have. Can't really say for sure, but yeah, these books have helped me a lot in my personal life, and these days they've been helping me with the professional life as well. So as you can see, you know, these are old books, and I tend to catalog them now because when I try to recall what was it or when was it that I wrote that down, I have no way of finding out when was it that these things began. So now I make it a point to catalog everything perfectly. But yeah, when I started back in the day, it was pretty haphazard and whatnot. And in case you guys are wondering what, you know, these books are, these are like Japanese binding, very easy to do. All you need to do is get a doll, get an awl and punch holes, and just get a needle and thread and get at it. You can turn every bit of spare paper you have. So these are pages from journals, right? So in schools we used to get journals, and obviously the whole journal won't get filled up because how many experiments would they, you know, get students to do? So all the pages that were left up in the journal, and because I studied in a school where students were allowed to voice their opinions, I was like, I used to tell the teacher, can I take the pages? And they were like, sure. Why do you want them? I explained it, and they'd let me tear out the pages. So essentially, if you are into conserving paper and stuff like that, you can definitely make your own notebooks. And I didn't actually buy any of these notebooks. They came as gifts because people in my life, friends, relatives, you know, they know I'm obsessed with these kind of things, stationery to be more specific. So this is the gift that I often get, this or like novels. And these days people give Amazon gift cards, which is amazing because then you can, you know, buy whatever you want. So yeah, that was my explanation of or rather flip through. It wasn't really a flip through because I flipped through all of these pages. You guys are going to get bored because most of it is like you could say rantings of teenage girl, which made no sense. But again, it tapped into emotions, it tapped into experiences at that point in time, and that could maybe translate into something in the future. I don't know. But it is good to have these as your backup. Like, as I said previously, it could act as your future material, and it could like also help you mentally. So I hope you guys are all safe. Thank you so much. Bye bye.